Hello, my name is Sam. I'm from usephotoshop.com, a free tutorial, template, and photo resource. In this video, I'm going to help you understand the clone tool in Adobe Photoshop. I'm running the most current version at this time, Photoshop CS5. Here I have two objects in Photoshop in this image. If you don't already have an image open, go to File, Open, or on your keyboard hold down Control and press the letter O and open a image from your hard drive. You can use any image. I'm using this image of two light bulbs here to demonstrate the duplication properties of the clone tool. You can find it by going to Window, Tools, and opening up the Tools palette or the Tools window. It's located fifth from the top on the left hand side and may be hiding behind the pattern stamp tool. If it is, simply left click, hold down, you will see this menu appear, and you can select the one at the top, the clone stamp tool. The keyboard shortcut is S, meaning if I'm using another tool and I want to use that tool again, I can press the letter S on my keyboard and I will be taken back to the clone stamp tool. Let me show you how it works. Here I have two light bulbs, and first we want to select a source, and we will do that by holding down the Alt key on our keyboard. And make sure you have your layer selected, of course. That's why I'm getting that symbol. If you don't have a layers palette, go to Window, Layers, or press F7 on your keyboard. Select the layer you're working on, hold down Alt, and click. And you can, of course, adjust the brush size by going up to the Properties window up here, and you can change the size and the hardness. I'm going with a fairly large brush with 0 hardness. Usually as soft as possible is best for this. It depends what you're doing, of course. We've already defined our source, which is in the middle of this light bulb. And if I click over here, you will see a plus sign appear on the light bulb I'm copying from, meaning that it is capturing the pixels from under the plus sign and placing them where I'm stroking my brush on the left side of the canvas. And there we go, and that's how to duplicate something very easily. We could duplicate this one by holding down Alt, selecting a source, which is this light bulb, and let's put this say right in between these two. And you'll see we'll run into a problem because there's not enough room. There's almost enough room on that side, but when we get over to this side, you will see in order to get the light bulb in, I have to add some white area because it captures it from over here. And now we can fix that by selecting a brush with more hardness. Say we'll bring it up to about 70% or so, and select your source point again in the light bulb and select it right at the edge this time, so you can get this in and you can see where this is going in. And you will see if I click, because my brush is so big, it's going to put in all that extra white space. If I use a smaller brush, maybe not that small, but let's go with that size, and we'll zoom in by holding down Control and pressing the plus sign on my keyboard. And I will select a source right over here on the edge. And you'll see now when I put it in, I can just get the very edge of that. And that will certainly help me leverage the limited amount of space I have in between here. And we'll just paint some of this in. We don't really need all of it. And when we get to the edge, we can put this right up against here to make it look like the yellow light bulb is behind. And that way you can do it freehand. You can also use a cool trick, which is by using the magic wand tool, maybe hiding behind the quick selection tool. It's second from the top on the right hand side. Select the magic wand tool, whose keyboard shortcut is W. Click on this image over here and hold down the shift key on your keyboard and click on this image over here, the two images you want to draw between, and then invert that selection by going to select, inverse, or on your keyboard hold down shift, control, and press the letter I. That will inverse our selection, so now the things that are selected is just the white area around these two light bulbs, not the light bulbs themselves. So now when I use the clone stamp tool, once again I will take my source from right on the edge there, and I can draw this in. And as you will see, even if I see, I got a little bit in that area there, which is not selected just because the magic wand tool didn't have a high enough tolerance. But you want to be a little careful around the areas that it hasn't selected. But around the other areas, you can be quite careless, because even if you try to draw on this, you will not be able to, because it is not in the marquee that we've created with the magic wand tool. And I can draw the rest of this light bulb, and as you will see when I get over to here, effortlessly it looks like that light bulb is behind it. And I will finish the rest of this, and let's make my brush size a bit bigger by holding down the right bracket key on my keyboard. And that's a good size there. And I'll finish drawing in the rest of this. Simple. And to deselect, first select the move tool, and then go to select, deselect, or on your keyboard hold down Control and the letter D. And there we go. I can zoom out and have a look at that, and it's butted up right up against that image. And I didn't create this in a separate layer, but if I did, you would be able to see that it looks like there is a chunk out of this side of the yellow light bulb. So that's the clone tool in Adobe Photoshop. I'm Sam from usephotoshop.com.